Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Fires to the wide out. He makes the catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And what a great job by the defense getting penetration quickly, forcing the running back to get outside to try to make that thing go wide, which that's what you want as a defense. When they run the draw, they want you to run up field, and you run right up the middle. Good job by the defense getting some penetration to throw off the running back home.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Wildcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on second down. He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Kentucky right back to the line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Quarterback checking the play. Off play action on first down. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. Tosses it incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
To the air, it's Sellers. Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Third down play from the gun. With the catch, it's Brown. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball out.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
On the double. Easy.
Leaves it with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
flushed out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And they're able to get him down.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid, who is so important to this team.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and you'll get some groans from the fan base on that call. Third and long, you'd like to see the team air it out. I know you got the lead, but try to slip the draw play. And listen, the draw play is one of those plays, if you fool them, it might work, but it's a tough play unless you fool a lot of people.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you...
He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Kentucky! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to pick.
He'll take the deep shot. Snags it down the right side. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. It'll be a draw. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
This time it's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Vandergriff. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, what a cut! Gets away from one, finds room. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The give to the tailback. Turns it on at midfield. He's off to the races. The tag. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in. It's complete. A huge pickup. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. He wants to throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Coming after him. Blasted as he lets it go. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. To the air, it's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's going to pass. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Kentucky 17, South Carolina 14.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
To the air, it's Vandergrift. Got him downfield. Nothing but green ahead. The 20, the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that.
He's going up top. Makes the catch down the right side. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. from the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get in passing lanes, how to get his 2nd pick. Dude, he's going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way more picks than you do.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll run it again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Well, I think sometimes on 1st and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak, you find the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. They score a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Now they'll run the draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Vandergrift. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Brown. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure. This guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a 1st down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Brown. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting? A 1st down for the offense. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked. That's a 12.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
They're bringing heat. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
What an awesome punt return. And now sets this field position up so nice for this offense. A lot of times, offensive coordinators right away, I get a big play like this that creates momentum, I'm going to take a shot and go after a touchdown right now.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Dances away to buy time. Firing to the right, complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. He breaks a tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got the back over the middle. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. They'll try it on the ground. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
It's simple play, simple gain, get that 1st down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you
hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends.
Looking to take a shot. Snags it on the right. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Sometimes it's so hard for receivers to just step out of bounds and give up yards. It's the smart play. Great job. Get out of bounds. Stop the clock. It's not about getting 5 more yards. It's about saving that clock as we need to do.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it. But now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several percent.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. Got his man downfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. For that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them. So you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbs. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Got room on the return. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They're going to get another chance after throwing the ball away. That roughing the passer call quite fortuitous for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Vandergrift. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's good.